Okay, this is the middle part, and okay, on screen is the chart for a woman, and she has 12 degrees of Aquarius on the third house cusp. And this is where we're looking at. Notice the little red circle. I changed the tool. Anyway, so Aquarius is ruled by Saturn, as we know, and we want to look first at the personal ruler, because we want information about her as a person and not so much about her as a taxpayer or as a householder or as a member of any other group. Okay, so we want the personal ruler, and we look up here in the 11th again, and we have, and get this right. Okay, Saturn at 20 Libra retrograde, conjunct Neptune at 21 Libra retrograde as well. So both retrograde, and retrograde means that the energy is cut in half. And so she holds us, okay, the ruler of because the planet in the house is retrograde, it means that she holds herself back on talking about this area of life. So we know the 11th up here is her hopes and aspirations. So you can't easily get her to talk about what she wants, because the planets are retrograde, and so she's quiet about them. Whereas the first person that we just looked at, the ruler of the third and the 11th, and you couldn't get him to stop talking about what he wants from life and what he wants for himself. So that's a difference between these two, and it's accounted for by the fact of the ruler being retrograde or not. Okay, so Saturn we see here, let me just play with this and delete that. Oh, okay. That was maybe a mistake. I wanted okay, well, I think we go here, drawing tools, arrow, okay. So there, this Saturn, I mean Neptune. Okay, so Neptune's retrograde and is conjunct. So she has illusions about what she wants. And it's retrograde too, so she doesn't see clearly when it comes to her hopes and aspirations, or when it comes to her friends. Alright, so she's likely to be mesmerized or to be unrealistic because of Neptune being there about what it is that she wants to get out of life. A little bit more. Saturn's in Libra. There's a little R for Libra. Okay, so Libra being ruled by Venus. We look to see where Venus is, and she is down here in the 5th for more information about this woman's hopes and aspirations. And so Venus is in the 5th down here, and so her hopes for herself are also for her children. So she puts herself out for her children, and that may not seem to be saying much, but not everybody does. And this woman takes it to an extreme, and she's kind of a doormat for her children. It's like she lets them do whatever they want, and she puts herself out for them. The other thing to notice, 20 Libra is the Gemini decanate, and so Saturn's in the Gemini decanate. Mercury is over here in the 7th, conjunct Mars, and so her own hopes and wishes are also for her husband, or rather, the husband calls the shots, and she does what he decides. Because the dispositor of the Saturn position is Mercury in the 7th, so the control goes to other people over her. So we know the 11th represents friends, and with some people we would look to the ruler of the 3rd in the 11th as showing that the person we're talking about friends. But in this case, Saturn in a natal chart represents restriction. So he restricts in whatever house he is placed. So in Saturn in the 11th, he restricts friends. So there aren't that many friends in this woman's lives. So Saturn also restricts her hopes and aspirations. And it's interesting because I think you can get depressed if this goes on long enough. And so we really ought to look at the rest of the chart to see how she's going to how, if possible, she can get out of this quandary. But that, I think, is for another time. So, if you go back to the third house here, we have 12 Aquarius, which is the Gemini decanate. And so we look again to Mercury over here. So she also talks about the other people in her life, in particular the husband. Because we know that the 7th represents the husband. So, and the fact that Mercury is conjunct Mars is an indication that she talks about her battles with him, Mars being the god of war. And the other thing is, if you start with Mars here in the house of the husband and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Scorpio on the cusp, this house here, because it's the 6th house from the 7th, represents the husband's sickness. And so this woman talks about Aquarius down here, Gemini decanate. She talks about her husband, the conjunction with Mars. She talks about the husband's sickness, as she actually does. And if you go back here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, Aries on the cusp ruled by Mars. She also talks non-stop about the husband's hopes and aspirations, because Mars conjunct the Mercury rules his 6th and his 11th. And so this is one of the reasons for keeping notes about conversations you have with people or things you notice about people, because everything that is in your life is even if it belongs to other people, friends, enemies, strangers, it all is ruled by one or more houses in your natal chart. So, and one last point to consider the group ruler. Aquarius here is ruled by Uranus, and we've got Uranus here in the 8th. So this woman once worked as a journalist, and some journalists have got their own opinions and they report the news. What she did was she would interview people, professionals as well as members of the public, and she would get their opinions, their views, and then she would rewrite articles to represent their opinions, their views. And this makes sense because she talks about the 3rd, other people's values. She writes about the 3rd being communication of all sorts. She writes about other people's values. So when it came to writing articles for the magazine that she worked for, it wasn't her own take on things. It was always reporting the opinions of other people. I have one short example left, but I don't think I could confidently replace this chart with the 3rd one, so I'm going to have to pause everything again, and I'll be back through the magic of computers, there'll be a seamless transition to the next portion, but it's going to take me a few minutes to get there.